we're following testimony in the boyfriend cop murder trial of Karen Reed. She's accused of backing her car into her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, who was found in a snowbank outside a friend's home following a night out. Now, the prosecutors accuse Reed of leaving him to die. Her defense team says she's the victim of a sloppy investigation and a cover-up. Let's get you back into court for more testimony of Brian Higgins.
To the next page, 41, and ask you to read from that.
So I'm in the blue bubbles, and I said, did they bang? Question mark. The defendant responded, does that matter? Question mark. I said, sorry, I was just asking. I was just responded, it doesn't really matter. I said, okay, I won't ask again. Defendant said, I don't care, with a smiley face. It doesn't matter. I said, I responded back, okay, hear you loud and clear, Karen. Defendant responded, okay. I responded, why are you getting your thing all twisted up over simple questions? And then I typed on. Defendant responded, I'm not. I am, question mark. I responded, you're kind of getting defensive. Defendant responded, not at all, with an exclamation point.
Thank you, sir. If I could direct your attention to page...
I responded in blue bubble, I think you initiated that. No, question mark. Defendant said, yep. Do I owe you an apology? Question mark. I said, OMG, no. Why are you being sensitive? Defendant responded, I'm not. I responded, kinda. There's a P and a FFT, never. Responded by the defendant. What do you want from me? Question mark. I responded, what's on the table? Question mark. Defendant said, what do you want ideally? Question mark. I responded, the real deal. Defendant responded, it doesn't exist.
Thank you, sir. I could direct your attention to page 57, sir, and ask you to read from that.
It starts off in blue. I said, I can go to any base, but usually Hanscom and Bedford are down to the Cape. Defendant responded, which base down the Cape? Which branch? I said, Army's Army. Defendant said, I'm not abnormally sensitive. I responded, Joint Base Cape Cod. I won't be so hard on you. Defendant responded, OMG, you're not. You called me trouble. That makes me sound bad. I responded, I was just playing with you. Defendant responded, you weren't, but that's okay. I responded, stop being sensitive, please. Defendant responded, I'm not.
Now, sir, in reference, in that page of text communications, you made reference to a base down the Cape, is that right?
Yes.
And where is that in relation to where you live in Barnstable County?
So I can utilize one of the gates to get onto the base. I can get fuel. I can shop. I then can hit the Bourne Bridge, and I would use that as a cut through at the time when I was splitting my time between two different properties.
Is there also like a duty-free shop there?
There is, yes.
And at some point throughout the course of the text communications, did you offer to pick something up for the defendant from that shop?
I believe so.
If I could direct your attention to page 60. And ask you to read from that, sir.
Defendant said, I don't know, question mark. It's in old colonial. It has a lot of bedrooms, with kind of an emoji. I responded, more than you clearly need. Are you moving to Canton? Question mark. Defendant said, I know, seriously. Some rooms I only go into dust. Not anytime soon. I'm there most of the time, but sometimes it's a lot. I responded, a lot, why? Question mark. Defendant respond. I then said, do you even know what you want? Question mark, or who? Question mark. Defendant responded, because I went from being solo to trying to give attention to kids who aren't mine, and I never wanted kids. I responded, I thought you were in this happy relationship. Defendant responded, everyone is happy at the hillside.
If I could direct your attention to the next page, 61, and ask you to read from that.
Okay, I still have with me Katherine and Natalie. Natalie, I'll start with you. This series of texts, in my opinion, is really showing a lot as far as Karen Read is concerned, but also a little bit about Brian Higgins. I mean, he is trying to find out whether she's in a relationship, whether she's happy, and he's doing this presumably before he's getting into a relationship, if he ends up getting into one with her. How do you think the jury is looking at him at this point?
Him a couple of ways. They can read him as maybe a jilted lover who is upset that the relationship didn't go according to plan, and so now he's here to testify against Karen Read. But they could also read him as someone who sincerely was interested in her and was, interested in proceeding with her, but wanted to know that he wasn't stepping on anyone else's toes. And this presents the motive to the jury of why she would want to get rid of him, and him being Mr. O'Keefe. So it does give the prosecution something to hang on to in a case where they have been lacking in that up until this point in time.
Exactly. I think up until now, people were trying to figure out, look, this is a great relationship between O'Keefe and Read, and why would she ever try to kill him, and what exactly happened? But now it's showing that there could be some motive behind this. And again, not that you have to prove motive, but it definitely helps that jury figure out which way to go. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more for you in the Massachusetts case against Karen Read. Stay right with us.